The Estadio Municipal de Deport was buzzing. The energy was palpable, and the excitement was contagious. Every seat was filled, and the air was thick with anticipation. The town had been waiting for this moment for weeks, and now it was finally here. The stadium, though modest in size, was a beacon of hope and pride for the people of Barbastro. It was a small stadium, but it was full of the town's heart. The stands were packed with local fans, each one wearing the team's colors and waving flags. The sense of community was strong, and everyone was united in their support for the team. The atmosphere was electric, and you could feel the collective heartbeat of the town. Barbastro, a little-known name in football, was about to play against a giant. The players, many of whom had grown up in the town, were ready to give it their all. They had trained hard for this moment, and they were determined to make their town proud. The underdog spirit was alive and well, and the team was ready to take on the challenge. Barcelona, the kings of Spanish football, had come for a Copa del Rey match. The sight of the professional players entering the stadium was awe-inspiring. These were the heroes of the sport, the legends that everyone looked up to. The contrast between the two teams was stark, but that only made the match more exciting. It was like David versus Goliath. The tension was palpable, and the stakes were high. The underdog team from Barbastro was up against the champions of La Liga. It was a classic tale of the little guy taking on the giant, and the entire town was behind their team. The match promised to be a thrilling encounter full of drama and excitement. The air was electric with excitement. Fans were on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the kickoff. The noise level was deafening, with cheers and chants echoing throughout the stadium. The sense of anticipation was almost unbearable, and everyone was ready for the match to begin. The Copa del Rey, a tournament known for its magic, had brought these two very different teams together. It was a competition that celebrated the spirit of football, and it was known for producing unforgettable moments. The trophy was a symbol of excellence, and both teams were eager to get their hands on it. Barbastro, a team from the lower leagues, had fought hard to get to the round of 32. Their journey had been a testament to their determination and skill. They had overcome numerous challenges and had proven themselves to be a formidable team. Now, they were ready to take on their biggest challenge yet. Now, they were playing against the best team in La Liga. The contrast between the two teams was stark, but that only added to the excitement. The players of Barbastro were ready to give it their all, and they were determined to make their town proud. The match was set to be a thrilling encounter, full of drama and excitement. This wasn't just a game, it was a moment of pride, a chance to show the world what they were capable of. The players knew that they were representing their town, and they were ready to give it their all. The stakes were high, and the pressure was immense, but the team was ready to rise to the occasion. It was a dream for Barbastro, a chance to prove themselves on the big stage, to show everyone that they belonged. The players were ready to give it their all, and the fans were behind them every step of the way. The sense of unity and pride was overwhelming, and everyone was ready for the match to begin, a chance to show everyone how good they were. The players had trained hard for this moment, and they were ready to give it their all. The fans were cheering them on, and the sense of excitement was palpable. The match was set to be a thrilling encounter, full of drama and excitement, a moment their town would never forget. The sense of pride and unity was overwhelming, and everyone was ready to support their team. The match was set to be a thrilling encounter, full of drama and excitement. The players were ready to give it their all, and the fans were behind them every step of the way. This was a moment that would go down in history, a moment that the town of Barbastro would cherish forever. The Barcelona team bus arrived. The atmosphere was electric, with fans lining the streets, waving flags and chanting in unison. The bus, a symbol of their dominance, rolled through the crowd like a ship cutting through waves. Camera flashes lit up the scene, capturing every moment of this grand arrival. It was like a symbol of how good they were. The fans' excitement was palpable, their cheers echoing through the air. This wasn't just any team arriving, it was Barcelona, a team that had etched its name in the annals of football history. The anticipation was building, and everyone knew they were in for a spectacle. The players got off, each one a star. They moved with a confidence that only comes from years of success. The crowd's roar grew louder with each player that stepped off the bus. These were the heroes of the game, the ones who had given fans countless moments of joy and triumph. Their faces, known all over the world, were serious. This was not just another game for them, it was a mission, The determination in their eyes was clear. They had come to Barbastro with a purpose, and nothing was going to stand in their way. Each player knew the weight of the expectations on their shoulders. They came to Barbastro not just to play, but to win. The walk from the bus to the stadium was like a march to battle. Every step they took was filled with intent. They were here to prove a point, to show the world why they were considered giants of the game. The intensity in their expressions was unmistakable. The Copa del Rey was important to them, another chance to show they were the best. Winning this trophy was not just about adding another piece of silverware to their collection, it was about reaffirming their dominance. Each player had a deep respect for the history and prestige of the Copa del Rey. They had won it many times, their trophy room was full. The walls of their trophy room told the story of their success. Each trophy was a testament to their hard work, skill, and determination. It was a room filled with memories of past glories, a constant reminder of what they had achieved and what they still aimed to accomplish. Their practice was perfect, every pass, every shot. The precision and dedication they showed in training were unmatched. They practiced with a level of intensity that mirrored their performance on the field. Every drill, every exercise was executed with perfection, preparing them for the challenges ahead. They weren't going to take Barbastro lightly. Despite their status and success, they knew that underestimating any opponent could be their downfall. Their strategy discussions were serious and focused. They analyzed every detail, every possible scenario, ensuring they were prepared for anything. They knew even the best teams could lose. This awareness kept them grounded. They respected their opponents and understood that football was unpredictable. This humility, combined with their skill and preparation, made them a formidable force. They were ready to face Barbastro, ready to give their all, and ready to add another chapter to their storied legacy. Barbastro loved football. Everyone in town was talking about the game. This was their big moment. The players were local heroes. They walked onto the field carrying the hopes of their town. They weren't scared, they were excited. The coach, who loved football, talked to his team. "We might be the underdogs," he said, "but we're brave like lions." His words made the players feel strong and ready to play. The referee blew the whistle, and the game started. The crowd roared. Barbastro, full of energy, played hard against Barcelona. They passed well and moved quickly. They challenged Barcelona everywhere on the field. For a minute, it looked like they might actually win. The Barcelona players, used to being in control, were surprised by how hard Barbastro played. They were having a tough time. Then it happened, a moment Barbastro fans would never forget. A perfect pass found their striker. He controlled the ball with his right foot and kicked it hard with his left. The ball went past the Barcelona goalkeeper and into the net. The stadium went crazy. Barbastro had scored against Barcelona. It was an amazing goal, a goal that showed the magic of the Copa del Rey. The goal woke Barcelona up. They were the best team, and they weren't going to lose to a smaller team. Their best players started to take charge. Their passes were sharper, their runs were faster. They were like a mad animal. They kept attacking the Barbastro goal. The Barbastro defense was under a lot of pressure. Finally, Barcelona scored. Barcelona, feeling better, scored 2 more goals. The crowd erupted in cheers as the ball hit the back of the net. The players, with renewed energy, moved with precision and grace, showcasing their world-class skills. Each pass, each tackle, and each shot was a testament to their hard work and dedication. The atmosphere in the stadium was electric, with fans waving flags and chanting in unison. It was a sight to behold, a true celebration of football at its finest. The final score was 3-1. The scoreboard flashed brightly, marking the end of an intense and thrilling match. Fans from both sides showed a mix of emotions: joy, relief, disappointment, and pride. The journey to this moment had been filled with highs and lows, but the final whistle brought a sense of closure. The players on the field, drenched in sweat, looked up at the scoreboard, some with smiles, others with contemplative expressions. The big team won, like everyone thought they would. Barcelona's victory was almost a foregone conclusion, given their track record and the talent they possessed. Yet the win was not just about the scoreline. It was about the journey, the effort, and the moments that led to this triumph. The players embraced each other, their faces lit up with joy and relief. The fans in the stands roared in approval, their voices echoing through the stadium. But the score didn't tell the whole story. Beneath the surface of the numbers lay a narrative of grit, determination, and heart. The underdog team, though defeated, had shown immense courage and spirit. They had pushed the Giants to their limits, earning respect and admiration from everyone present. The handshake between players was more than a gesture. It was a recognition of the battle fought and the mutual respect earned. It wasn't about who won, it was about the game itself. The essence of football lies in the passion, the struggle, and the moments of brilliance that captivate the hearts of millions. Every tackle, every sprint, and every goal was a testament to the beauty of the sport. The players, regardless of the outcome, had given their all, leaving everything on the field. It was a display of pure athleticism and sportsmanship. It was about a small town that dared to dream, a town that believed in the impossible. The journey of the underdog team was a story of hope and aspiration. From the locker rooms to the field, every step they took was fueled by the dreams of their community. The fans, with their unwavering support, stood by their team, waving flags and cheering with all their might. It was a collective dream, a shared vision of glory, a team that dared to play against the best. They faced giants with no fear, playing with heart and soul. Every pass, every shot, and every save was a testament to their determination. They knew the odds were against them, but they played with a spirit that was unbreakable. The match was a showcase of their talent, their resilience, and their unwavering belief in themselves. When the game ended, the Barbastro players were proud. They had given their all, leaving no stone unturned. Their heads were held high, knowing they had played with honor and integrity. The respect they earned from their opponents and the fans was a victory in itself. The huddle after the game was a moment of reflection, a time to acknowledge their efforts and the journey they had undertaken. They had tried their hardest, and they had made their town proud. The celebration with the fans was a testament to the bond between the team and their community. Tears of joy and pride flowed freely as players and fans came together to celebrate their journey. It was a moment of unity, a celebration of the spirit of football, and a reminder that sometimes the greatest victories are not measured by the scoreline, but by the hearts touched along the way. The Copa del Rey again showed its magic. It brought two very different teams together and gave them a chance to make memories. Barbastro would never forget this night, the night they played against Barcelona and showed everyone that even if you lose, it's great to dream big. The spirit of the underdog, the excitement of the fans, the beauty of football, that's what made this game so special. It reminded us that, in football, anything can happen.